Well, hello there. My name is Reg Stacy. I'm one of the art teachers here at Campbellford District High School, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about the art program. As you can see behind me, we have various different works of various different types, from painting to sculpture to drawing, where we spend a lot of the time with our junior grades learning the basic principles and elements of design in a number of fun and fantastic projects which will challenge the students to push their range of expression and develop their artistic skills, whether it be from looking at the critical components of drawing or looking at various different painting techniques. I think we have a lot to offer here, and there's a lot of fun to be had in addition to learning about art and the things that make art work. We also couple that with an understanding of Canadian art history, where we take a look at some works from the past and we analyze some of the things that they do so that it further informs our own practices, which allows us to continue to grow as artists as it should be. Yeah, and hopefully it's something that might interest you, and it would be really great if we saw you around the department. So thanks for listening to this little spiel, and take care.
Hi, I'm Mr. Noble. I'm the music teacher at Campbellford High School, and I just want to say that if you enjoy music, consider taking it at CDHS. We do music from classic rock horn bands to contemporary tunes by artists like Daniel Caesar. To some old school jazz. To some of the most contemporary jazz on the planet. And all of these players started in grade 9. The grade 9 music classes allow you to play instruments, learn about music, and create your own songs using GarageBand and our Mac computers. Even if you've never played an instrument before, we can teach you everything you need to know. And if you would like to be in a music group, we have 2 at the high school, a senior group and a junior group that run as a 9th credit. Both have fantastic performance opportunities and fun shows. So if you like music, come join us at CDHS.
Well, hello there. My name is Mr. Stacy, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about drama. So we are currently standing in the drama room, as you can see, where many fantastic, interesting, strange, and unique things happen on a regular basis. So a little bit about the program. If you're curious about the theater arts and you want to learn more and you want to hone your skills as a performer, this is a really great place for you. But let it not be said, if you're somebody that has no interest in being in a play or a show, that doesn't mean there still isn't something here for you. See, the most important thing that you can get out of an experience like this is that you get the opportunity to discover skills that maybe you've forgotten or didn't even realize that you have, and to hone those really important social skills that you sort of need day to day in whatever avenue of life you pursue. So whether you're going to be a doctor, a truck driver, or perhaps maybe even a performer, right? You need to deal with people. You need to be able to interact. You need to be able to say what you mean what you say it with conviction, say it with expression, and say it in the most powerful way possible. And that's what we do here. We nurture an environment where you can take a risk. You can explore your expressive side and learn different ways to communicate and express through performance, through voice, and through action. And I think that's one of the most important things here about the program. We have a lot of fun through gameplay and improvisation and role, where we develop our ability to communicate and present ourselves in front of an audience. And so this is a great opportunity for you to take risks that you might not normally take, right? And who knows? Maybe you'll learn something and have a little bit of fun on the way. And hopefully, we will see you here. Give it a chance. You never know. Be good.
Hi there, grade 9s, or future grade 9s of CDHS. I am Mrs. Vanden Tillert, but everybody just calls me Tilly. In the business program, we have two options that you could choose from in either grade 9 or 10. So the first one I'm going to talk to you about is our Introduction to Computers, the BTT 2.0 credit. You know what? Computers aren't going anywhere, so it's always good to have great computer skills beyond Googling and playing games. In this class, you're going to learn some basic keyboarding techniques, and then we're also going to learn the basics of Office 365, so using the cloud, using popular desktop programs like Word, Publisher, PowerPoint, and spreadsheets, and a database. We will also teach you some more advanced skills in the Google platform. You can tell by the examples on our bulletin board, there's a lot of creativity, and real professional looking products being made by our grade 9 and 10 students. We also have a great spreadsheet activity that involves candy. So if you like Skittles, you should think about taking BTT. See you soon. Go. Hi there, future flames. This is Mrs. Tilly again to talk to you about our Introduction to Business course. So this is our other grade 9-10 class that you could choose from for business. This is a fantastic little course because all of its units become full credit courses in grade 11 or 12. So almost every kid that takes Introduction to Business realizes there's something in there, and they come back to me in business for grade 11 and 12 credits. One of our units is entrepreneurship and business ownership, and I'm super excited to tell you we just got a brand new upgrade to our online game Lemonade Stand, so you can run your own lemonade stand and try and beat me, but I'm a champ, so it's hard to do. We also have a unit in personal finance, so managing your own money. We're all good at spending money, but maybe not so good at saving and planning for the future. So we do a really cool project, the budget project for that. It also takes us into accounting, which is what businesses do to help figure out their finances and their numbers. We have a really fun unit in international business where you get to research your company or country of your own choice, and you put it into a really neat slideshow or poster. You have lots of choices here. We're in the computer lab. There's another lot of creative projects that we do. We also do, throughout the course, little business scenarios on how you run a business, how you manage and lead business, and some chances to build some leadership skills that you could use down the road. And then we also do a really fun unit in marketing. Marketing's all around us, and teens get marketed to a lot. I know that you guys know these companies just by looking at the logos. That is good marketing. And I hope I get to see you in the fall in one of the 2 business classes. Take care, see you soon.
Hey grade 8s, I'm Mr. Hunt. I'm the GeoVenture teacher here at CDHS. Quick summary of the course. There's some geography, there's some physical education, healthy active living, and then we have the outdoor component. The outdoor component is what I get excited about. We use Ferris Park quite a bit. We do some orienteering, we'll do some compass work, we'll do tents, we'll build shelters, we'll work on some knots, and we'll do a lot of outdoor activities. And that's the biggest part. If you're an outdoors individual, definitely take the course, it's worthwhile. Hopefully next year we'll be able to go on trips like rock climbing or camping. And yeah, I really look forward to seeing you in the course.
Hello everyone, welcome to our social science classroom. This is where you would spend your time if you took the Exploring Family Studies elective for your schooling next year. My name is Mrs. Donnan, and this is sort of a tour that I'm going to take you on of the different parts of our classroom and tell you about the different units in the course. So what we have behind me here is basically a representation of some of the units that you would be studying, and each unit is about 3 weeks long. So we have food and nutrition unit, we have a fashion and society unit, we have a parenting unit, we have a personal relationships building type unit, we have a housing in 2021 unit, and a family finances and personal budgeting unit. We will go now into the kitchen and I'll just show you sort of what that is all about. Taking these family studies courses will set you up for your personal experiences for the rest of your lives. The connections that you make in these courses relate directly from the curriculum to your future independent selves. Welcome to our kitchen area. There's actually 6 kitchens in here where you'll be cooking in small groups with your friends. Each kitchen has its own individual set of everything that you would need in a regular home kitchen, and you will be making foods with your friends that you already love. You'll be learning food safety and kitchen safety, and some days you won't even have to buy your lunch. This is our main classroom area where we have lots of space in here, and this is where we will be doing our courses, mainly like parenting and the personal relationships unit and the housing and personal finance and budgeting units. Most of that work is done within this area. Group projects, individual projects, and each unit is about 3 weeks in length. This is our sewing area where you will learn to do some basic hand sewing projects. We have some cabinets with sewing machines in them, and we have some extra sewing machines, 20 in total, and you'll be learning the basics of the machines as well as the basics of some hand sewing projects. Family Studies offers a variety of courses that complement your interests, career paths, and life goals. So each unit in the grade 9 course relates to a full course that you can take in later years. So for example, in grade 10, you could take a full fashion course. In grade 10, you could also take a full food and nutrition course. In 11, you can take a full parenting course, a personal relationships building course, and parenting. And in grade 12, you can take a human development type course or a sociology-based course such as Families in Canadian Society. Thank you for coming on the tour with me, and I hope to see you.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Campbellford District High School, and more specifically to the manufacturing shop. I'm Mr. Gay, and I'm the teacher here in the manufacturing shop. And I'd like to take a few moments today to take you on a tour of our shop here, show you what you can expect should you decide to take the manufacturing and design class here at the high school. And we'll take you on a tour, show you the equipment that you can expect to be using and become familiar with. So, and then maybe we'll have a look at some specific projects that you're apt to get into as well. All right. So without further ado, we'll get you out into the shop and show you some of the different pieces of equipment we have. So first up, we'll have a look at our 3D printer. I'm sure most of you by now have become familiar somewhat, at least, with the world of 3D printing. It is the latest and greatest technology, and promises to revolutionize how things are made now and in the future. If you're not familiar with 3D printing, basically, as with a lot of the automated processes now, things start with a computer image, and this is no different. So on our computer, the first thing we will do is download an image, and generally we have to change it up a little bit to customize it for our liking. Once we're happy with the way we have it on the computer, we send that image over to the 3D printer, which it will print out quite readily, and you can see the finished product, which in this case is a Jeep, again laying on its side. So basically, it takes that image that we produced earlier and uses the plastic filament on the roll. Is fed constantly. You can see it coming down into the 3D printer, and it makes a series of passes over top of the outline of the object, and it just continuously makes those passes until it gets to the desired height or thickness, and then your part is complete, and you take it out, and usually there's a little bit of cleanup to do on it afterwards, and then after that you are ready to take it and use it. We have our friendly octopus here. This was one of the first things that we made on the 3D printer when we first got it, and I think it's a good descriptor of the capability of the 3D printer as we have it here in the shop. And here we are out into the welding shop, and we're anxious to show off our latest piece of equipment to have in the shop here, the CNC plasma cutter. Basically, it works in similar fashion to the 3D printer that we just saw. You start off by having an image on the computer screen, and then you transfer that image over to the machine itself. The cutting head here is the plasma part that actually does the cutting. Very hot flame comes out, and here you can see a CDHS sign cut out of this large piece of metal, and actually there is the part that we're most interested in. From here, we can just grind off some of these sharp edges and put some coloring to it, or simply put a grind finish on it. So basically, this CDHS sign is one of the simplest things that we can do on the CNC plasma, and we can put any text, any font, any image that we want to download, any logo, anything that we wish. We can make it up to a full 4 foot tall by 8 foot long sheet of metal can be accommodated with this machine. Well, here we are standing in the classroom, just kind of looking out at the welding booths that we have out there. You can see that we have a full complement of welders out there. And we do want to get you welding, and in order to do that, we give you certain projects. And we'll just show you one that I have displaying on the wall. It's the Browning symbol. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the template that we use to make that, but I do have a Jeep template. So the first thing we'll do is decide on what shape or logo or design that you would like to make out of 1/8 metal, and then we'll bend that metal into the shape that you have on your template here. And then once we have all the pieces bent, this is where we apply some of your welding skills to put all the smaller bent pieces together. You weld them, and then you select a color to finish it in, and project is then completed. And then the idea, of course, is that you end up with some welding skills to apply to a bigger and better project later on in the quad. Take you now to the other side of our building, which is the machine shop side. And you can see that we have lots of pieces of equipment here to do some really cool project work with. What we want to do in grade 9 is give you what I call skill building projects on each one of these machines to again give you some skills that will allow you to make some bigger and better projects later on in the Quadmaster. So right here we have an engine lathe, and actually we have about 9 of them. We're quite fortunate here to have a excellent, well-equipped shop, and from which you can take advantage of and learn lots of cool skills. But getting back to the lathe, what can we make on the lathe? Well, something that's been really popular this year is ring making. It seems like when one person starts to make a ring, then everybody wants to make their own design. So basically the way the lathe works is we have a tool bit in place here, and it is a fairly sharp tool bit, and then we have a drill chuck here, and your piece of metal will go in the chuck. It's held by the chuck, and it is rotated as this sharp tool bit is introduced into the metal. It removes the material so that you can make any shape, ring shape or otherwise. We're also able to, using the rings as an example, we can put drill bits in the tailstock, and we can accurately drill out the center of the ring so that we can make it fit your finger exactly. We're not limited to just rings. We can make many things on the lathe, but rings and pens, lots of different projects we can make here in the machine shop. I think one thing I'd like to sort of highlight in the machine shop side is another computer operated piece of equipment. This is our CNC router. Again, you see everything starts with getting the image into the computer itself, and this is a Winchester logo that has been downloaded. And again, we do some working on the image, do some editing, some tweaking, and get it so that we can carve it out. Now this machine, unlike the CNC plasma cutter, which uses a flame to cut, this uses an actual tool bit, and I'll try to get in nice and close, and put my finger behind the tool bit here. You can just barely see it. So it's a rotating tool bit. We clamp our workpiece down to the table using these clamps, and then whatever image we have on the computer is then carved out using the rotating tool bit. Again, the table size on this is quite large. It's 4 feet wide by 5 feet deep, and we can basically make anything in three-dimensional form that we can dream up. So this was an exciting piece of equipment that we were able to get in about 8 or 9 years ago into the shop, and it's still a very functional piece of equipment today. So just to wrap up our tour, I hope you've enjoyed the items that we've shown you. We try to basically we try to design things. We look at the very importance of good solid design. We teach you how to properly draw out what it is that you want to make, and then we head to the shop and we actually bring those ideas to life. So it's a very interesting course. We have try to have some fun along the way, and give you an idea as to whether maybe there's something here that you would like to do as a career after you graduate high school. So again, I hope you've enjoyed the tour today, and really looking forward to seeing you next year here at the high school. Take care. Bye-bye.
The carpentry teacher here at CDHS. If you are watching this video in grade 8 and thinking about taking the construction class in grade 9, I'll give you a quick rundown of all the projects and experiences you can expect to have next year. The first project in grade 9 is this 4-sided joint box. It has a different joint on every single corner, and all these joints are cut with hand tools, chisels, mallets, hand saws, etc. This is what all my classes begin with. Doesn't matter what grade or age it is, every year we begin with that project. The second project in grade 9 would be this phone stand. It's made on the bandsaw sanders, and it introduces students to the power tools. After that, we have a little more room to pick personal projects. Okay, we have CNC signs such as the Toronto Maple Leafs, whatever else you see in front of you here. There's also the skateboard. We have a skateboard press. We can make that. Also paddles. There are 2 on the tables right now being made by students with, again, hand tools and band saws. Later on in this class, after we build some skills, the stars, that's another common project later in grade 9. These boxes, jewelry boxes, they are used for my grade 10 class, or if you're really advanced in grade 9, we get to this as well. We use felt in the bottoms of the boxes and have hinges on them when they're finished. Just to give you a little bit of an idea of what we can build in here. Later on, once we have some more skills, these recurve bows are also built right here in this classroom. We do some framing. There's a small outhouse at the back of the class right now, and concrete pouring and finishing is something else that we like to get to by the end of grade 9. Anyway, thank you.
Okay, that ought to fix that problem. Oh, wow, I didn't know you guys were here. Welcome to Campbellford High School. Welcome to our transportation shop. And I'm so excited you could join me today. You know, I wish I could meet you in person, but unfortunately we might have to wait until September for that. In the meantime, I'm going to give you a virtual tour of the shop, show you what's going on in here, and what you could expect if you signed up for transportation this coming September.
We really do have a fantastic shop at Campbellford High. We're extremely lucky. We've got this huge 4-post hoist that'll lift anything, including your grandparents' RV. After students have completed their safety training and feel a little more comfortable in the shop, this is where we start. You'll be partnered up with 1 or 2 students and get your very own small engine. You'll be given a set of tools, and you will completely disassemble this motor. We'll learn about all the components, what they do, how they work together, and then you'll reassemble this engine and actually hear it run. Here we are under the hood of a truck. In grade 9, you'll learn about all the different components that we find in these areas and all the routine maintenance and fluid levels that you want to keep an eye on. We won't just be under the hood, we'll literally be under the vehicle as well. Well, we're back in the corner of the shop because I wanted to talk to you about wheels and tires. In grade 9, we learn all about them. Not only what all these crazy numbers mean on the outside of a tire, but also how to get them off of vehicles, do that safely, and then transfer them onto our tire machine, where you'll learn how to remove a tire and put a tire back on. There's so much more to see and do here in the transportation shop, so I hope to see you in September. Until then, stay safe.